The Exalaxian ambassador trembled, its translucent skin pulsing with distress chromatophores as it huddled in the corner of the diplomatic chamber. 3 massive Drakari warriors loomed over the small, delicate being, their scaled hides bristling with rage spines. "Your kind has trespassed on Drakari hunting grounds for the last time," the lead warrior snarled, mandibles clicking together. "The High Command has decided your species is no longer worth the oxygen you consume." Ambassador Trill's voice wavered through its translator. "Please, we meant no harm. Our navigation systems malfunctioned. We have families." The lead Drakari raised a serrated blade. "Your excuses mean nothing. The extermination fleet launches tomorrow. Consider yourself fortunate. You'll be the first to die." The chamber door hissed open. A human walked in. Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Diplomatic Corps was not particularly tall for her species, nor physically imposing. She wore the simple blue uniform of Earth's diplomatic service, unarmed save for a small communicator on her wrist. Yet something in her steady gaze made the Drakari warriors pause. "This is a private diplomatic matter," the lead Drakari growled. "Leave, human. This doesn't concern your kind." Chen smiled. Not the warm smile she reserved for friends, but the particular smile humans give when they're about to explain something exactly once. "I'm afraid it does concern us," she said, her voice calm but carrying an unmistakable steel beneath it. "Ambassador Trill represents a species in formal alliance with Earth. Article 3 of our Mutual Defense Treaty is quite specific about threats against their people." The Drakari leader stepped toward Chen, using his 9-foot height to full intimidating effect. "Earth has no military presence in this sector. Your treaties are meaningless here." Chen's smile didn't waver. "That's a common misconception." She tapped her communicator once. "Commander Wallace, would you mind providing our Drakari friends with a visual aid?" The chamber's view screen activated, showing an orbital view of the Drakari homeworld. For a moment, nothing seemed amiss. Then, one by one, stealth fields disengaged, revealing 12 Earth battlecruisers in perfect geosynchronous positions around the planet. The blood drained from the Drakari warriors' faces, turning their scales a sickly gray. "That's impossible," the leader whispered. "Our sensors would have detected." "Your sensor technology is impressive," Chen nodded appreciatively, "for tracking trade vessels and civilian transports. The Artemis-class battlecruisers operate on entirely different principles." "We've been in position for 17 days now." Ambassador Trill had moved to stand beside Chen, its chromatophores slowly shifting from fear white to a more composed blue. "The extermination fleet you mentioned," Chen continued conversationally, "the one scheduled for tomorrow? I'm afraid there's been a scheduling conflict. Your ships seem to be experiencing simultaneous navigation system failures." "Curious that—" The lead Drakari's hand tightened on his blade. "This is an act of war." "No," Chen corrected gently. "This is prevention of genocide, which Earth takes rather seriously. Historical reasons." She stepped forward, meeting the warrior's gaze. "Let me be perfectly clear, as we humans prefer to say things only once. Any action against the Exalaxian people will be considered an action against Earth. We don't issue warnings or make threats. This is simply information you should have." She gestured to the view screen, where the 12 battlecruisers hung in silent testament to her words. "The choice is yours, of course." For 5 tense seconds, no one moved. Then the Drakari leader sheathed his blade. "The High Command will hear of this interference." Chen nodded. "I'm counting on it. Diplomatic channels remain open whenever you're ready to discuss more productive arrangements." After the Drakari delegation stormed out, Ambassador Trill turned to Chen, its skin rippling with gratitude patterns. "How did Earth know? We hadn't even sent a distress signal." Chen's expression softened. "When we say alliance, we mean it. We monitor communications to all our allies' diplomatic missions." She smiled her real smile this time. "Besides, my grandmother was a civil rights lawyer. She taught me that showing up is half the work." Above them, 12 warships continued their silent vigil, a reminder that humans had learned the hard lesson of history. Sometimes peace requires the capacity and will for decisive action. And when it came to protecting their allies, humans never needed to be asked twice.